Hello, and welcome to Fleet Action Report, Episode 51, A Call to Arms TFO. We did this a couple weeks ago. It went over very well, and we're hitting it again today. So, welcome back. Hope you enjoy the show. I'm Nikodas.
I'm Grebog somewhere out here.
We have no guest with us today, but Grebog, why don't you start us off and tell us about your week?
I tried to kill people left and right yesterday. I threw a challenge at my party. They handled it well. I'm proud of them. They did amazing for what they were thrown at them. Yeah. Uh, I was a little worried at the start of it, but like I said, they handled. I'm talking about D&D again. The party was very smart in a combat encounter. They were split, waiting for a second group, well, the other half to arrive. And the first half, like I said, handled it well. Very smart. Let's see, what else? Did some WoW raiding, where we're just more or less farming and having some fun. Everyone basically has given up with this tier because, well, the tier's pretty much over. Tuesday, tomorrow, for those that don't pay attention and about WoW, is the 9.1 patch. So the current raid is still the only current raid. Even after Tuesday, you have to wait a week, I think, for the whatever, something of domination to be released. Um, I I know the Chains of Domination is the name of the patch and the new story. I don't think that's technically the name of the raid. Um, but uh, but yeah, so we have another week. We're taking a week off so we can focus on new content and unlocking factions and stuff and things. And I guess flying for those that want flying. Though, from my understanding, it's not that hard to get flying this time around. Anyway, we're not a WoW podcast, so I guess I'll stop there. How was your week, and what have you been up to?
Um, Not a whole lot of gaming, unfortunately. I mean, I was in that D&D game, and I got to admit it was a little unusual for us. We did not charge headlong into the enemy group. We actually stayed put and let the enemies come to us, which kind of bottlenecked them and enabled us to maintain a defensive posture. And that's just not normally the way that that group plays. So it went really well, like Grebog said. It was also a lot of fun. Um, it was just a different, more tactical way to play. It was kind of fun. Um, my D&D game that I run, unfortunately, was canceled this week, so I don't have any stories there. The only other thing is I bought a new Switch game. The intention was to buy this game for my kids. The reality is they haven't even played it yet, and I've been the one trucking along on it. It's a kind of a little goofy RPG called Metopia. Um, yeah, so I have a little fun with that. And
I,
of course, I'm still working on Final Fantasy VII Remake. Go ahead.
I think what you're saying is you haven't let your kids play because you're playing the game all the time.
Yeah, it could be something like that. But yeah, other than that,
Cool, cool.
Kramer wants to know what level we can start TFOs at.
It
That
varies on some
yeah,
TFOs. You
eh,
can look. I think they will tell you.
and
Um,
if there's an event going on, you can pretty much run them at any level, I believe. Once you're out of the tutorial.
this looks like it's saying all of the red alerts for the special event are 50 to 65. So you have to be at least level 50, it looks like, for the red alerts. So a great way, you can see how I just pulled this up. If you open up the TFOs, which is the three ships flying or three triangles, that's sort of what it looks like going up underneath, right underneath the mini map. If you click that, you can click on the TFO, and it will then have the rank it'll even tell you how many players and so on and so forth. It can tell you, you can look at the full list and go through here, or if you're looking for specific ones, you can look at that too. There are some lower level ones. Like here's one that's from Lieutenant Commander, level 10, all the way up to the Fleet Admiral, level 65. So there are some that are level 10. There are some, I think, that come in at level 15. Or maybe even, yeah. They vary. Great way to find out is to look in the Task Force Operations window.
This week in STO, we've got a few things to go over here. I'll start us off with Galaxy Goes to Red Alert. This was a little bit of an unusual case. Usually with the red alerts, we get an announcement on the website, but this one was never put up. It still has not been put up. So it was kind of a stealth red alert, or as Grebog put down in our notes here, as with all red alerts, this was a surprise.
You don't normally plan on going to red alert. It just happens because, oh crap, yeah.
Right, you get an unexpected threat. You have to put the ship on red alert. The klaxons blare, or as they say in Enterprise, the read alert goes off. This red alert ends July 1st when the Riza event starts. The prize for this is an ultimate tech upgrade and a specialization point. You get that for 5 days of progress, where you run the red alerts, and we'll go over that here a little bit more. You want to take that next one, Grebog?
Sure. The next one, I called it Return to Riza because that is sort of what we are doing. Once again, we are going back to Riza for all the fun and games. It is a seasonal event. It happens every summer. It will be starting July 1st and will go till July 31st. This year, the reward is the Rizian Luxury Cruiser Vessel, which will be a Tier 6, of course. Those that have been playing long enough probably remember the Tier 5 version. The new skin or look that they put on the cruiser this time, I really like it. The first one, I was not as big of a fan of the appearance, so I might actually fly this one because it actually looks, to me, better. They're also adding in a bunch of new costumes, like a baseball outfit. There are a bunch of t-shirts. So if you want a disco t-shirt, you want to show that you're a fan of Discovery, you can get those. They're adding in new power board and floater. They also will be themed towards the baseball team. That is the theme of this whole event, which I guess I should have wrote that down. But on top of all that, there is new vanity shield also for the theme. There is a new pet that will follow you around, love you. It's a non-combat pet, but I mean it's still a nice, colorful pet. And then they have a new tribble that has a passive, small chance to throw off control effects. So anything that might take control of you, it has a chance to throw that off. And apparently, if you're in a team of 5 people and everyone is using that tribble, the chance for that to be thrown off stacks. So that could be interesting on events, or well, for things like the Borg. I don't know if that works. It could work, or I don't know. It'll be interesting to test. But yeah. Let's see, what else? There's so many things. A new kit module, which will be the Tsunami Generator to knock down enemies, and it has a chance to short out all the electronics, aka disable them. So like the turrets and stuff like that, the engineers drop down, it could wash them away. And then there's of course the kit frame, which is for any career. It's not just a specific. The nice thing about this, it'll provide a rebreather. So if you go into toxic areas, you won't have to worry about having a rebreather anymore in your inventory. Um, you can also give complete immunity to fire. So you could just, when you're running that mission, you have to put fires out. You can accidentally run through the fire and it won't hurt you.
Or sometimes enemies launch fire at you.
Or enemies launch fire at you. I'm curious if plasma fire would still be.
I'm assuming it's anything that deals fire damage. So plasma, if it depends on if it's a plasma fire, like dealing plasma damage, or if it's dealing fire damage.
Yeah.
But we won't know until we get it and get to play around with it. So we'll see how that goes. Before I jump into the new Genesis bundle, I looked it up. The new baseball team is the Jupiter Station Stem Bolts. It's kind of a plum color, purple and white. So there's a power board, there's a floater, baseball uniform, and a vanity shield that follows that theme.
So if you want like a plum or dark, like on the ship shield, it looked more of a maroon to me than the plum color that they had on the baseball outfit. So, but yeah.
Um, we hit this last week, but I thought it was worth mentioning again. They have released two new tier 6 ships into a bundle. They're calling it the new Genesis bundle. These are two tier 6 ships. It's the Oberth class, remade as the Grissom light science vessel, and the Malachowski class, remade as the Clark multi-mission command cruiser. There are three outfit boxes that come in the bundle that are uh, based on the Wrath of Khan. There's a Type 2 phaser compression pistol, two experimental upgrades, and two fleet modules. So if you're interested in those ships, look that bundle up. It might be worth it.
There's apparently also a Genesis ground vanity device. I'm looking at it in game right now that they have the bundle up on sale. It is on sale right now for 4,875 Zen. It is currently 35% off. It looks like it's going to be 7,500 Zen for its normal price.
And then we're still doing the Gamma Recruit. Um, Grebog nicknamed this the second wave. It is already available, and it should remain available until July 22nd. All you have to do is create a Jem'Hadar character, get through the tutorial. It will give you a Dominion communication device, and boom, you are a Gamma recruit. They are also updating some of the challenges that are required to get the in-game rewards, both for the individual character and then the account unlocks. So check that out.
A good thing to note with the Gamma recruits, you are required to hit 20 hours of play before you can go to the guy either at KDF or if you're KDF, go back to the first city, the guy there to talk to, or Starbase, you know, yeah, Sol and the Earth Starbase. You have to be able to reclaim any of the other recruit, like the Delta recruit, Temporal recruit, or Klingon recruit rewards. You have to have 20 hours played before it allows you to do such.
And that's just because the Gamma recruits, the Jem'Hadar start at level 60, and they don't want you to pop in at 60, grab a bunch of stuff, throw it into the fleet or whatever you want to do with it, and then delete the character and do it again. So they put a stipulation on there of 20 hours. All right, so our primary target today is we're going to hit a set of TFOs. Two of these are going to be red alerts, and then we're going to hit Borg Disconnected for you and run through that. The red alerts are fairly simple. This should go fairly quickly. If we have enough time after Borg Disconnected, we may do one of the other Borg TFOs as well to knock that out, but we'll see how much time we have left when we get there. The first red alert we're going to do here, and let me just queue us up for that. let's do it through the event menu. Red alert. We're going to do the Nakul. While these are TFOs, these are very quick to go through. Although the queue on the two we're going to do today might take a couple minutes. These don't really have phases per se. They just kind of have a bunch of things going on at once. In the case of the Nakul, there are some convoy ships that need to be escorted out of the battle zone while the Nakul ships are coming in trying to blow them up. So you're trying to protect the convoy, you're trying to destroy the Nakul. It should be noted that in order for the convoy ships to actually move, a player needs to be somewhat nearby to keep them moving. And then they'll warp out and you'll get extra marks for however many you send out. At least I think you get extra marks. I hope. Otherwise, why escort them?
Well, part of your task is that it does affect the marks you get.
Well, this one doesn't have a fail criteria, so I don't know if you totally ignore them. I don't know if you get less marks. I've never played it that way.
I would imagine you just wouldn't get as many marks. It's not that you would fail; you just wouldn't get as many.
But typically, the red alerts give you about 30, so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here. And then we'll run the Tzenkethi after this, and that one may take a while as well to queue us up. I don't know. These two are really not the most popular red alerts, probably because they take a little bit more effort than, say, the Borg. I mean, literally with the Borg, you warp in, blow up a few cubes, and you're done.
Another thing to note, like, since these are red alerts, unfortunately, they are only available when they are now doing the red alert events. Unlike before, back in the ye old times when you could actually do these whenever you wanted.
Well, I mean, it really never was whenever you wanted. When they first came out, you actually had to go find them on the map and fly to them, and then it would pop you into them. And then they did away with that, where they were static, and then they just became occasionally, and then you still had to fly around and find them. Now you queue up for them. I don't know. They keep changing it.
But you could still do them whenever you want. You could just, I'm going to go do a red alert, and where are they on the map, and go find them and do them. Now you have to wait for the red alert event.
Yeah, Corsair. Yeah, that's I was going to point that out. So yes, occasionally as you're flying around, you may still see the red bubbles in space that say red alert, and you can go up to them, and it will even give you the prompt to join. But if it is not during the event, then nothing happens. They're just there for decoration, I guess. If it's during the event and you come upon them and you click the join button, it basically throws you into the queue.
I was hoping for more people wanting to run the not cool one. Gee.
I was too. I might just go ahead and queue us up for the Tzenkethi.
Why not? So let's start on while you're doing for the Tzenkethi one. There is essentially going to be, if you've done some of the story with the Tzenkethi, you'll know about their proto-matter torpedoes. Essentially, you have to have 15 minutes of trying to prevent them from destroying the planet, which happens to be smaller than the moon that it's beside. But that's beside the point. You have to prevent the proto-matter torpedoes from hitting the planet. It's the only one with a fail criteria. If any of the proto-matter torpedoes gets through, it's over. There are 6 waves of enemies that you'll have to fight. There are 4 battleship groups then after that, and there's going to be a dreadnought group once you defeat the battleship groups. The 6 waves of enemies typically spawn near the 2 satellites. You can defend. It's an optional thing to defend the satellites, but you can either focus on defending the satellites, taking out those 6 waves, and then going after the battle groups, or you can go after the battleship groups and not worry about the satellites. Most groups I've been with, typically they will split and defend the satellites, and then have at least 1 or 2 people head into the battleship groups and take those on, and yeah.
It is possible to beat the 15-minute timer there. If you defeat all the enemies, then you'll automatically complete the red alert there. Grebog and I actually did that the other day. When we defeated it, we won before the timer rundown.
Yeah, there's only so many enemies, and we noticed that when Nikodas and I were on one of the satellites. I'm pretty sure they only put 3 waves of enemies at one satellite and 3 waves of enemies at the other satellite. We went through our wave of enemies at the one satellite really quick, and then I went after the battle group while he went and helped the other guys and gals at the other satellite. So that, and they were also struggling to hit protomatter torpedoes, apparently. So we didn't want to fail, so I told him I would handle the battle group and torpedoes on our side while he went off. So yeah, once you blow everything up, you pretty much are done until, yeah. You kill all the enemies, you win. You don't have to wait 15 minutes. If you don't kill all the enemies, you have to survive 15 minutes.
Well, we're not getting either of these queued. Anybody want to jump in and join us? If we have more people, maybe we'll queue this up faster.
I see a Corsair in game. Does Corsair want to join us?
Let me ask in the fleet.
He says 1 minute in chat, so I mean, at the rate we're going with this queue.
Right? See if we can get some more people. Maybe it'll queue us up.
This is why hey, there we go.
There's one. There's the Tzenkethi.
I guess we'll get to show you the pass-fail of this one. I figured the not cool one would be the one that triggers first.
I did too, actually. Especially since we've been in queue longer. Corsair, we can grab you for the not cool right after we're done with this Tzenkethi run. And anybody else that wants to join us.
Is that like the Kessel run? Oh wait, wrong universe.
I don't know. Kramer over there is talking about Ewoks.
I mean, we did talk about protecting a small moon or planet that has a bigger moon.
Of course, this queued us up, but apparently somebody didn't hit their button.
Someone's do I want to click accept or not?
As I'm flying around the legs of our friends here at K13. Legs, appendages.
You went to see the jellyfish.
I did. I mean, I was here anyway. And there's a bunch of them.
There
Here we go.
Tzenkethi are sending a fleet towards this planet.
All right.
So you can see the two satellites. They have the big exclamation marks. Since I am all the way on the left side, I guess I'm going toward the left. Wait, are we in a different system? We are in a different system than the other one that we did before.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Because the planets were different.
Yeah. There's no giant moon that's bigger than the planet. I did not realize that that was something that changed.
All ships, this is Martok. Prepare for battle. This is Captain Tzenkethi.
Are you by yourself over there?
No, I've got two buddies. I'm good. Definitely help.
I was looking at Darwin. Darwin's by himself.
Well, someone go help him.
I got it.
Destroy enemy battleships to bring out their
I was like, whoever's on my side.
We got battleships in.
I'm going at my battle group.
Take out those ships.
Since there are two people at my satellite, I'm going in at them. So here comes these proto-matter torpedoes that I am taking out while I am moving in at the battle group.
Get their cruisers first. They're the backbone of the Tzenkethi fleet.
And there's the battle group for this side.
So like I've already destroyed the battleship on this side. We will not have any torpedoes for until the next wave comes in.
I've got some torpedoes inbound.
So here's my second wave. Second wave is dead on this side. I'm gonna now go back and help on my satellite.
I got blowed up, and there's still torpedoes going in.
I think my side's done. I'm gonna go to the other side then.
Come on, guys, don't let those torpedoes through.
I'm gonna go at your battle group.
Thank you. I'm trying to get the torpedoes. Alright, got that taken care of.
I think the guy at my satellite came with me. Seeing what I was doing. Second. Oh, this is the flagship.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's the big one.
Oh, you're with me up here. They're still struggling with the satellite guys.
That's alright. We should be able to cover this. Should.
Excellent work.
And we're done.
Not a single one of their torpedoes hit the
Got them covered. Good.
Tzenkethi will think twice about trying such an attack again.
I would say if you have an AoE type build, that works best in this one. It's not... Because that's how I take out the torpedoes fairly fast, is I do fire at will and I can pretty much take them out without having to worry about targeting them. Otherwise, you're going to need to focus target and kill them before they get away. All right.
Let's see. Nobody else spoke up that I saw. I invited Corsair. There he is. All right, let's queue us back up for Nakul.
Means we only need 2 people this time to do the not cool one.
And there we go.
And this one's a lot of blowing up the enemy and making sure they don't blow up the friendlies. That's it. That's the whole strategy. Really. That and someone has to slowly escort the cruisers away to their warp out point.
That sounds like a job for Grebog.
I've done it before. We.
And here we go.
Yeah.
I got a command cruiser over here by me.
I still don't know that I fully understand the red dot thing.
Oh, I think it's a reflection of the starlight or sunlight.
That's what I was thinking, but it's a little weird.
Yeah, it is on my screen too, but it's... I mean, it definitely has something to do with the star. Bad programming, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, here we go.
This Commander Jacob Trask of the Beowulf. A convoy is under attack. We're not military. Go west.
There does seem to be
buffs.
a limit on how many enemies you will get. So, yeah. You can kill all of the enemies faster than that they keep coming, or I don't know.
Maybe we were wrong about escorting these ships. Some of them are... It's slow, but their bar is still moving with nobody around them.
I've noticed if there's an enemy around them, they seem to pause. Like that one is way off by itself. If you get
Yeah, I
close
see
to
that.
it, if you get close to one of these ships when no one's around, it starts moving again. So you just need to possibly fly by them.
Lots of enemy ships up here.
And for those that don't know, the general rule of thumb in a TFO is just click need on items. Otherwise, everyone's going to click need. Unless you don't want them. Then you can click don't care or greed. But pretty much everyone else will click need.
Where's our Nakul?
They're way out there by the Caesar.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
I think that isn't that. Oh no, maybe it's not Caesar.
Well, it is now.
Wait, no, there is. Okay. I don't know.
Well, that frigate didn't last long.
My convoy's under attack. We're not military. We won't last long. Please, anyone, help!
Where? Oh, here. Right here.
Yep, they're over here.
Though sometimes I've noticed the audio doesn't quite match the what's going on.
Yeah, these probably need an overhaul, like several of the older missions in the game. They do that with TFOs every once in a while, so who knows?
So these are some big ships that we're fighting.
Yes, indeed.
I guess some of them were mirrors or something.
There's
Protonic.
the big one down.
Did you
And,
assimilate it? I'd be disappointed.
did not.
Oh.
I had already used the assimilate torpedo, so
I think we won. So this one doesn't take too long either with a
there
decent
it
group.
goes.
So
Alrighty. Thank you for the help, Corsair.
yes, thank you. Yes, Corsair is like dramatic lens flare. So dramatic.
Yeah, explaining the little dot that you were talking about.
I mean,
All
you
right.
know, it's the JJ flare.
Well, yeah, I suppose it would be. Corsair, want to join us for the Borg Disconnected?
Borg Disconnected is a regular TFO. It does not have any special events involved with it, I don't think.
Nope, it's up all the time.
Well, I know it's up all the time, but sometimes some of the ones that are up all the time also get linked into an event. And I don't know that this one does.
I've invited Corsair. See if he wants to join us for this.
He's going to
Borg
change
TFO.
ship, but sure. So this one, you have 3 phases. The key to all 3 of the phases is destroy enemy Borg ships. That will stay consistent in each phase. Then in phase 2, they add in destroy Undine ships. And then that stays consistent until the final phase 3, which is then destroy Voth ships. And then phase 4, we go after all 3 of their bosses, essentially. But during phase 1, 2, and 3, you are to restore the cooperative ships. There are certain squares with green light coming forth. If you need to essentially rescue the cooperative ships before they get to those. One thing to note, anytime that you are using the ability to rescue or restore power, I think it is, they will, if you take any damage, it cancels the cast bar on that, and you have to start over again. Which is annoying because certain things will do a dot to you, and while you're taking that damage over time, it will then cause you to, you can't, it'll keep resetting you until it's gone. While the Undine you're fighting with the Undine and they've been added to the mix, you will also have rifts to close. And when you have the Voth added, the Voth have an anti-Borg ship, and that will shoot anti-Borg torpedoes. So you need to intercept those before they hit the cooperative ships that you are rescuing. That's...
Especially with 3 of us, that's a little bit of a long queue. I expected this to pop by now.
And in phase 4, you get to destroy the Borg diamond, the Queen's diamond, and then the Undine have a dreadnought, and the Voth will have a dreadnought. Or you can be like Nikodas and just assimilate them to your side, and then you win.
I do try to do that. That is true. I don't know that it's going to work this time.
It's for this one. It will be good to pair off. 2 people go to 1, 2 people go. There will be 3 points. Unfortunately, someone will end up by themselves if they go alone. Though I don't know that will work well, unless you are very high damage, very good at blowing things up and buying some time to have to rescue the cooperative ships. I have done that before. It's rough. It's rough to be able to get any cooperative ships rescued while that is going on. But when you pair up, typically you can have one person get all the threat and all the attention, while one person then gets the cooperative ship and then helps you with the destroying the enemy. And the faster and more ships you destroy, the faster you will see cubes show up. And the more cooperative ships you rescue, they also will start off small until then they will also be a Borg cube that you are rescuing.
I am 7 of 9. In this instance, I speak for the
Hi, 7.
Aren't the Borg Swedish? I mean, if you go
Well,
with the Muppets?
So that no, that was Lily who says that from Star Trek First Contact. I mean, there are Swedish Borg, I'm sure, but not all Swedish are Borg.
Well, I was going off the Muppets and the Swedish chefs, but you know.
Swedish. Hey, we have a Bajoran ship in here.
So I'm going left. Looks like someone went right.
I think that's Corsair that went with you. All right, I'll go to the back then.
So as you can see, since I have a dot on me, getting this cooperative ship is not going well for me. But we normally will have some time between... Oh, come on. Stop, dot, stop. Oh, it looks like we got 3 of us. Over here.
You want to come join me in the back over here then?
Sure, because we have the Dreadnought over here. We don't need.
That's gonna
3
leave.
people.
No, Corsair was over there with you, so
Yes.
it's the little Bajoran flyer that's off by himself.
Almost there. Stay on target.
Wrong universe.
I got the probe before I started firing because, you know. Oh, hey, here. Let's get some damage boost going. I got 1 going for 2. Oh, hey. So if you kill things fast enough or at the right time, you can actually get the sequence off from when the collective ships appear and when the enemy ships appear. So like we just blew up and a bunch of the enemies, and we can now have the collective sphere.
Well, if we've got spheres already, we should be getting cubes here before too long.
I'm trying to get their attention onto me before you fire, so that way you can get the collective.
And it's working so
Oh,
well.
hey. Look at this. You wanted a cube.
Yeah, me and my big mouth.
It's dead.
I'm picking up a
It's
massive
dead, Jim.
disturbance in fluidic space. Species 8472 is approaching.
And we got another one. And there go my shields.
There goes its shields.
We should be getting a cutscene here shortly.
So we made the optional goal of disconnected Borg save 15. Oh, apparently a cube just ran over me because I got shoved out of space.
Okay, so here's phase 2. Oh, hi, Darren.
And
Welcome to the
they
stream.
show and they show the rifts that you will be closing, which if you've done some of the other Undine stuff, you will
destroy the disconnected Borg ships.
recognize the rifts. All right, got that cube out. Technically, we got them out in both ways. The
Yep.
enemy cube and the good cube.
You making short work of that sphere over there, too. And there's the bio cruiser.
Was the bio cruiser.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, you don't breaches. Warp core breaches from a cube are explosive.
Yeah, I thought I was far enough away. Apparently not.
Something to note: if you're going to do a lot of these, a lot of the Borg, or fighting Borg stuff, you're probably gonna want to equip something like the kinetic cutting beam, for the simple fact that it will do physical damage to the Borg cubes and kind of cut through their shields. It's very effective against Borg. Why can I not close this rift?
Because that's not an event rift.
Is it a targetable?
It's just one that the Undine ships summon. And
yeah.
I'm almost dead again. I gotta learn to get away from these ships. Oh, that's not where I wanted to be.
Because you're blowing up a lot of ships, if you're wanting to farm items, it's not a terrible method to do such. There's a lot of items that get dropped in this TFO, because you are just taking on so many ships.
We hit our optional for this phase.
Nice.
Another 15 ships.
You'll notice we have a current score, and it should keep climbing as we are saving Borg cooperative ships and closing rifts.
I'm getting away from the cube this time.
It's fine. Look, I took it to the face.
Well, let's be honest here. Your Constitution class is probably a little bit more tanky than my bird of prey. Probably.
Just a little bit, maybe?
Okay, here we go. Phase 3 coming up.
Phase 3 with another cutscene. Whoa!
And there's a giant ship out there, which is about the size of the entire Unimatrix.
Destroy it before it attacks anyone.
Now we have to worry about the Voth coming in, and normally they will come on one side. Typically, it looks like they're going to be on this side for us, and you have to stop them from blowing up. Oddly enough, Borg ships. Torpedo away! Come on, get it! Oh, was that me? It shot the torpedo at me? I guess that's fine. It's not at the Cooperative ship. I've never seen them target something other than the Cooperative ships.
I've seen him target random Borg enemy ships, which is always nice. But yeah, I do think they focus primarily on the ones we're supposed to be protecting. Well, we got a Bastion cruiser out here.
We got a sphere over this way. Yeah, Voth seemed to come from one side, while the Undine seemed to come from the other side, with the Borg and the enemy Borg and friendly Borg in the middle. For the most part.
Lots of enemies around in this phase. In theory, all trying to blow each other up, but in reality, they're kind of trying to blow you up.
It gets kind of hard in this phase to rescue anything. It's possible, but it's just harder.
We got a bulwark over here.
Yeah, I'm on him.
There we go. And a cube. Man, I'm quite sure the Borg Queen wants my head. Maybe not quite as much as she does Janeway, but
Borg torpedo coming in, trying to get to it. Oh, there's two frigates out here.
I'm trying to take out the battleship. There, the battleship's gone.
Save the cube.
I think I got it.
One of us got it. I think we both did roughly the same thing of save the cube. Oh, and here we go. Final phase. Come on, assimilate the queen. You know you want to.
No, I'm gonna go after the Voth ship. I want to assimilate the giant ship.
3 dreadnoughts, but they're attacking one another. This is your chance.
Calling some backup. Let's put a crushing circle on him.
And there we go. Assimilated. Now it fights for me. Us. Meant us.
Sure you did. Sure you did. But, and that's the game. Or, I mean, the TFO.
Apparently not. Oh, they blew up my ship.
Aw.
Ah, there we go.
Thank you for your assistance.
Um,
We'll assist the disconnected
because this
forces.
is not associated to any event, as you can see, there's a limited choice on your marks
But
package.
they will not be compelled to do so.
So, great way for getting marks for these reps, or getting fleet marks if you need fleet marks. You can look at the score at the end to see how well you did. Shy of 2,000 points. Just a little shy. I think quite well, quite well.
Did good. We only missed one of the bonuses. The third bonus option we missed by 1 rescued ship. Which I think is the same thing that happened to you and I the other day.
Probably close to that, yes. All right.
All right, so we do not have time to run another one. Unfortunately, some of those queues took a little longer than expected. Again, thank you, Corsair, for helping out with that.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Made that easy.
For our secondary target, I want to briefly mention once again that here in 2 weeks, we are going to be having our 1-year anniversary. And in celebration, we are going to be hosting a PvP episode. We are still looking for people to help out with this. We have a total of 4. Myself, Grebog, at Darren Bush, and at Tabitha are going to be helping us with that. If you are interested, please speak up. Let us know. You can find me in-game at Nikodas, or find Grebog at Real Grebog. Or you can look us up at fleetactionreport.com. There's various ways to contact us there. We are hoping for 6 more people to round out a total of 10, 5 on each team. Teams do not have to be faction specific, so it doesn't matter if you play Klingon or Fed or Romulan or Dominion. Either way you want to look at it, we can get you involved there. So again, reach out to us, let me know. We'll go from there. As always, Grebog, I will let you talk about the fleet.
All right, so on my screen you can see that I have K13 up. Nikodas and I went out to K13 to kind of explore a little bit. The appearance hasn't been unlocked yet, but I'm pretty sure, because of what's supposed to unlock when we get this, the biologist, the superior biologist facility, the traits seem to already be there and ready for us to purchase. So if you're looking for like the superior weapons firing for like either cannons or beam weapons, you can go and pick that up. As you can see here on my screen, I went ahead and picked up the superior beam training. That will help with, it just increases the damage just a little bit more. Definitely it's one of the, if you're using beam weapons, one of the top traits, and if you're using cannons, obviously you will want the superior cannon training. But there's all kinds of superior traits out there that should help you with your ground and space builds. That's one of the big things being unlocked. and you guys are killing it in the fleet. The colony is moving quite well. We are closing in on the tier 4 for the colony for a few of the branches, and that will also get us the overall tier 4 here shortly. Because it looks like the morale one is going to be done. Well, I wouldn't say, I would say we got a week, 2 weeks, depending upon how fast it goes. But I mean, you guys have been killing it. Don't feel rushed. Do what you can. I love what you guys are doing. Those on the starbase, we were moving along. I had to queue up some more provisions for the. You guys have been buying up some weapons. Not that that's a problem. Just had to queue up some more personal requisition provisioning so you guys can buy more weapons from the starbase. So there you go. We should have some now, and then I have another project here that is currently up. I'll go ahead and dump my fleet marks into that, and yeah, we should be able to have even more provisioning. You can buy even more weapons. You guys are doing great. If you're looking to join us, we are Alia Iacta Est classes in game. You can send Grebog, at Real Grebog or at Nikodas in game a message, and we can get you into the fleet. You can also, if you go to aie-guild.org, you can join us on the Discord there. You don't have to, but it's a great way to stay up to date and also get your tunes and alts in, because then you can put a request in, and then we can just invite you, even if you're offline, and get you into the fleet. But yeah, everyone's welcome. Everyone is definitely welcome. So that is pretty much it.
Next week, we're going to be discussing the Riza summer event, showing you some of the stuff you can do to complete that and get your rewards. Me personally, I'll be looking to get one of the jetpacks, one of the floaters, as they call them. So we'll go from there. That'll be next week. And then the week after that, once again, we'll be doing our PvP 1-year anniversary episode. As always, I will leave you with the words of John Delancey as the immortal Q. See you out there.
Live long and prosper.